Greetings YouTube! Time for another bargain video, and I'm sure in any second Mandarin's going to join us. First up we have Bear Immortal, a comic of very strange, bizarre bear, which I picked up cheap. Here she is, Mr. Woodman's, Wormwood's Gentleman's Corpse. Mr. Wormwood goes to Washington. We have selected essays practicing history. Yes, she's helping some more. The Book of Tea. Yep, I know. The Book of Hopi, Founding Myth, why Christian nationalism is un-American, and that's a review copy, but it's from 2019, so it's brand new. We have an album by, I don't know if they pronounce it Samhain or Samhain, but there we go. 2 Soundgarden discs and an Offspring. I picked those up cheap at a yard sale. We have the first 2 seasons of Richard Dean Anderson's SG-1 Stargate, or Stargate SG-1. We have Going in Style, which is a heist movie. I love heist movies. We have War for the Planet of the Apes. And there she is again, circling, plotting, planning. Yep, there she is. War for the Planet of the Apes. The Sweetest Thing, Murder by Numbers, Starsky and Hutch, a collection of musicals, and a collection of Hollywood bombshells. Up next, more movies, and probably less cat. Bill Moyers talking about Beyond Hate, a collection of Hollywood classics, the Dragon Tattoo trilogy, Some Like It Hot, a collection of war movies, some more nifty 50s, and a lot of these sets you're looking at here, I picked up for less than $1 a piece at a fundraiser. Equalizer 2, which I found pedestrian and not all that interesting. I liked the first one. Machine Girl, which is twisted. Really twisted. It's put out by a company called Tokyo Shock. There's a reason for that. Another collection of timeless family classics. I got it mostly for the Laurel and Hardy and the Charlie Chaplin stuff. Some more oldie collections here. We have Christmas Tales, which I don't think I've ever seen. My wife seems to think we have it, but I don't think we do. We're going to find that out. Sunset Boulevard. The Thin Man, which I was actually looking for the Thin Man films, and again, I paid less than $1 for it, so I'm like, cool. The Goodfellas, which I oddly didn't have in my collection. Pat LeBar, which I think I'm saying that right. The movie. I've heard about this recently, and then I stumbled upon it for, I don't know, it was at a thrift shop. It didn't cost much. Creation, which is the story of Darwin himself. Atlas Shrugged, which I have every belief is going to be terrible. And more studio classics. We have Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse, the special edition. That's seasons 1 and 2. We have Yo-Yo Girl Cop. I'm not expecting much from this, but it's about a cop that uses a steel yo-yo. 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 50% better than 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Freddy vs. Jason, which I went just for the commentary track. Appleseed Ex Machina, I don't think I've seen at all. And the Maze Runner of the Death Cure, which I know I haven't seen. Plus 2, count them, 2 films about genetically engineered dogs. How can you go wrong? So this has been the digital section. Next we're going to go on to art and tools and such. First we have a rubber bird head mask, which I paid $4 for my wife, because she likes birds and she likes to have costumes for Halloween which aren't too scary, and that would be not too scary. A bunch of dice which I picked up at a cute little shop in Goffstown, New Hampshire called Finders Seekers. Nice people. A necklace made out of cheap beads, because my wife has been looking for a bracelet that she can beat up on and not worry about, and she could make like 5 bracelets out of that. So there you go. 2 mugs made by this person. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm not sure if you can. It's not easy to read. But 2 full-size mugs. Really nice condition, which will make a great Christmas gift. We have a plaster cast from a British, British, 14th century Lionhead York Cathedral in England. I thought that was cool looking. And we have this little guy who is made out of cement. And I thought he was cool. He was really cheap. I picked him for $1.50 at an estate sale. We have these two, which are made by the Hechtel Brassworks in Jackson, New Hampshire. I couldn't find much on them, so they may no longer be in business. I'm not positive. There we go. But these are solid brass. They are very, very heavy, very secure for your candles. So I'm going to melt out the wax that's in here, polish them up, and give them away as a gift, because I don't burn candles. I don't do fire. We have a really nice pair of Wiss shears, which are in excellent condition. They need a little bit of cleanup, but very little. These are in nice shape. I think they paid $1 for those. We have a handy dandy pry bar, which is always nice to have around. It's not too large. We have a hammer handle, which I'm going to be using for a upcoming project. I've never heard of Praz, P-R-A-Z. It's got a little symbol over the A, I think, or something. But it may be European. But this is a pair of potentially channel locks, and I picked them up for $1, so I thought I'd give them a try. We have this weird thing, which I'm going to use for, as a weight and maybe as a help me bend metal and things like that. I picked that up for $3 at an estate sale. We have a very, very shiny Opinel. 6 buckles, 2 buckles with reflection and 4 buckles without reflectors. Always useful to have buckles around. I paid $1 for all 6 of those, so that's a good price right there. We have a saber knife that came in a Klein Tool real leather sheath. We have this thing which made me smile. It's called the Clever Cleaver. The Clever Cleaver. It's a kitchen tool, but it just made me smile. I may actually see if I can put an edge on that just for giggles. We have a Workforce 23-piece drill and driving kit. Brand new, never opened. I paid $3 for it. I'll give it a try and see if I like it or not. At least it's small and portable. We have 4 pieces of chain, which I liked because it's the square cross-section, and I've never seen chain with the square cross-section before. And I paid a whopping $1 for all 4 of those. That'll end up in some project. We have here is a Winoka dive knife designed by Blackie Collins. I believe this is 8523, the model number. It's in really good shape. The blade's not perfect. Someone who didn't know what they were doing tried to sharpen it. But the sheath it's like brand new, man. It's like hardly ever used. So whoever owned it did take care of it, even if they didn't know what they were doing when it came to sharpening knives. But I paid $10 for that. With the strap and everything included, that's a really good price. I saw one of these at the Hollis Flea Market today. A slightly different model. It had a square tip. And the guy wanted $17 for it, and it was much worse condition. So I get a good deal on this one. And we have, I think, one more section before we're done. So we're in the last section now. We have a large plastic square. I picked it up for $2. We have a Martindale machete, which I had purchased for a project because I liked the patina, and it was only $2. But now that I know it's a Martindale, made in England, and I don't know if I have to look at it, I don't know if it's got the alligator logo on it. This may actually be worth something, so I have to decide if what I want to do about it. We have a Fisker's hand axe, which did come with the guard. The edge needs a little bit of work, but it's not in horrible shape. I can fix whatever damage was done to it. I got this Billy for only $3, and I got this for $1. And I'm going to put this in this, because this is kind of light. But I like the look, and I think it'll be cooler once I get this all drilled out and that epoxied in place. And this is going to be a much stronger, heavier Billy when I'm finished. We have a Stanley Fat Max machete. I picked up for $15, brand new, at Tractor Supply. We have this nice hammer, which I picked up for $1 at a yard sale. I don't know who made it. I haven't looked for a logo or anything on it. But I just like the scale and everything was really nice. It's got a nice heft to it. Another pry bar. It was weird. I found the same weekend. I found 2 pry bars, and I paid, I think $2 for this thing. So that was a good price. And we have 2 shovels. This one I picked up for $10 because I don't actually have a military folding shovel. This is going to need a little anti-seize or something. It's been in that position for a very long time. And then this one, which really reminded me of the shovels that were used during World War I in the trenches, and they sharpened one edge to turn it into a functioning battle axe, and that's what I'm going to do with this one. But this is the original handle, I think, because it's got the knob at the end. So maybe this is the kind of thing that was supposed to be carried in a car or something. But I'm going to turn it into a battle axe. So there you go, folks. This has been the latest bargain video. And I think I found some cool things, and may actually be valuable. I have to look at that one and see if it's got the alligator on it. Because if it does, then I don't know if I want to cut it up and use it for a project. Because I'd be mounting this as a pole arm essentially. Because I like the overall look. It's got a nice, comes to a nice point. I may use it anyway. I want to make the pole arm, and I don't know if am I going to resell the thing really. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll find out. And that'll make it fair. This one here will make a fairly quick project, but I think is cool because I like converting these things into much more dangerous weapons than they were originally. So I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will put a link down below and to my Instagram, so you may go check out weird bargain things I find that I don't put here because they are just things I am never ever going to want to own, and I find some very strange, questionable items in the world. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.